Well, President Trump has also been repeating his threats to target Iranian energy and transport infrastructure if Tehran doesn't open the Strait of Hormuz. This is what Donald Trump has posted on Truth Social in the last hour or two. We've blanked out one expletive. He said Tuesday will be power plant day and bridge day, all wrapped up in one. In Iran, there will be nothing like it. Open the... And that's where the president uses an expletive. Straight, you crazy bastards, or you'll be living in hell. Just watch. Praise be to Allah, President Donald J. Trump. Let's speak now to our North America correspondent, Simi Jalal. And Simi, a growing sense of frustration in the president's social media posts.
Yeah, this is the second reminder President Trump has Truth Social this weekend of the 10-day deadline he gave Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz by the end of Monday, 6th of April, or that by Tuesday, the US would strike its energy infrastructure like power plants, the US would strike its bridges. I mean, President Trump's deadlines have shifted repeatedly, and they've come amid his claims that talks with Iran are going well and that they are productive. But these are talks that Tehran has denied. But as you've mentioned, he's really dialed up the rhetoric in this latest post. You can sense his frustration. To some, it might make for a slightly uncomfortable read. He uses a swear word. He calls the Iranian regime crazy bastards. He says that if they don't reopen the strait, they'll be living in hell. But it's unclear exactly what's going on here, because President Trump has previously said that Iran is begging for a deal and that they asked for a 7-day deadline, but instead he gave them 10 days. And then you've got Iran saying they're not begging for a deal, and that if the US strikes any of its energy infrastructure, it too, in retaliation, will strike oil facilities in the Gulf region. But I think what's important is to look at the reality on the ground, because the last time the US said they were in negotiations with Iran, they struck Iran, and that's how we got into this war in the first place. So I think it's important not to underestimate what President Trump is saying here, because we've seen that buildup of US military assets and personnel in the Middle East, a unit comprising of up to 3,500 Marines and sailors arrived in the Middle East in the past few days. We know paratroopers from the 82nd Airborne Division have been deployed to the Middle East as well. There's speculation as to whether this is simply a pressure tactic or indeed signs of an escalation, if the US will strike Iran's power plants and other energy infrastructures, do further strikes along Iran's shoreline, or possibly even a ground invasion in the future, whether to seize Iran's key export hub, Hague Island, or for possibly seizing Iran's enriched uranium. The White House has said that all this is simply to maintain military options for the president, to ensure that various contingencies are in place. But this all comes even as President Trump says he's weighing peace talks with Tehran.
Simi, thank you. Simi Jalal in Washington.